Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MU Stand. This is your preview for Manchester United versus West Ham. Fresh from lifting the EFL Cup, Manchester United seek to move one step closer to booking our place in another Wembley Cup final when we host West Ham at Old Trafford in the fifth round of the FA Cup on Wednesday. David Moyes, meanwhile, returns to a familiar territory as the former Red Devil boss bids to avoid a third successive elimination with the Hammers at this stage of the competition. But today in this show, we are going to cover the team news, the predicted starting lineup, the current form, head-to-head, and score prediction at the end. So be sure to stick around and get involved by letting us know who should be in the starting 11. Before we get started, who do we have in the chat? Ronaldo Sue 777. Thanks for joining. Star 4. Thanks for joining. Adam as well. Thanks for joining. All of you guys, thanks for joining. Before we get started, you already know what to do. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash a like if you have been enjoying these previews. We're going to get to the team news quickly here. So Manchester United team news. So United will be without. We are going to be without Christian Eriksen, ankle injury. Donny van de Beek, obviously, he is going to be missed in this game. He's a long-term absentee. Anthony Martial has been almost out for like a month now with the hip problem, and he is also a doubt on Wednesday's contest. Considering our busy fixture schedule, I think Ten Hag may look to rotate his starting lineup. We're going to get into the team news and the starting 11. The likes of Tom Heaton and Jack Butland are, of course, battling it out to be on the starting 11 for the FA Cup match. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Tyrell Malacia could all be recalled in defense. Sabitser and Scott McTominay are both available should Ten Hag chooses to rest the duos. We have Casemiro and Fred. If he decides to rest those two, I think we do have options there. But Fernandes will likely retain his place, maybe retain his place. But we're going to take a look at the starting 11, like I said. Okay, what else we have? So everybody else seems to be fine. Alejandro Garnacho, Sancho, I think all these players are fine going into the game against West Ham. Let's just quickly cover West Ham team news before we move on to the starting 11. So West Ham, Zuma and Maxwell Cornate, who have returned to training following the spell out of with respective thigh and calf injuries. Moyes, like I said earlier, will be hoping to basically hope that these two players are back for the first team fold. Valdemir and Lucas Fabianski were forced off in the win over the Forest due to injuries, and the pair are unlikely to feature on Wednesday. The potential absence of Kolf would likely see Ben Johnson switch over to the right, maybe either Emerson or Cresswell recalled on the opposition of that side. Alfonso Areola is expected to start between the stick, regardless of Fabianski's availability, I think, for West Ham. Hammer strikers, Danny Ings is actually ineligible to play because he has already represented Aston Villa in this season's FA Cup. So either Antonio or Skamakas probably are set to hand a start up front with the supportive provider in attack of Boeing and Said Berhama. So these two players are probably the ones that we might be looking towards at. But before I get into the team news, let me see what you guys are saying here. Okay, so Ronaldo says, I think we'll win this 3-1. Yeah, we got to get into prediction. We are definitely going to get into prediction time. Okay, so let me just quickly show you guys which team I think is going to start this match. Okay, so this is the team that has actually started the final against West Ham. David De Gea in goal. The back four was this, and then the middle of the park we had Casemiro and Fred, and the front four was Anthony, Bruno, Rashford, and Weghorst. Now, are you going to use the same lineup within a couple of days? I don't think we could do that. I think these players needs to be rested. So for that reason, I think David De Gea should be rested, in my opinion, and Tom Heaton should be in goal. Looks like I had him here, but let me just add him quickly here. So Tom Heaton, I think, should be the one I think will be given the opportunity to start in this match. We've used David De Gea in all competitions, and I think this is time to rest David De Gea. He's played a lot of games, and we're gonna have we have another game against Liverpool as well on Sunday. So we need to rest a lot of these players, and I'm just trying to let you know, guys, that these players that we are resting is not based on form. You know, like, we're not taking off players based on form. This is purely just to rest them. So Dalot, for me, I think he could start. I think he played 45 minutes. We could definitely go with Dalot here. But Varane and Martinez, these two partnership has been very solid. But I think those two, they should be rested for this match. I really think that we should rest Martinez and Varane in this game. And clearly, who you think is going to come in? It's going to be Lindelof, and it's going to be Harry Maguire. So, look, I really don't want to see... I don't want to see Harry Maguire. Most of the fans probably don't want to see Harry Maguire being selected in the starting role, but I think that is going to happen now. He did get like 10 minutes to lift the trophy in that final yesterday, but I feel like we should have gave minutes for Garnacho. I thought Garnacho deserves to get some minutes in that final instead of Harry Maguire, but the coach decided, Erik ten Hag has decided to give him some minutes so that he can come in and lift the trophy. I didn't like it, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. But in this game, I think he's going to start. In this match, I think he's going to start, and he's going to be partnering Lindelof. So Harry Maguire and Lindelof, these two definitely would be starting this game. Okay, so the next position that I want to talk about is the Casemiro and Fred partnership. So we're going to make a few changes here. So Casemiro is actually at the best award now. I was just watching it earlier, the FIFA best award. I don't think he's going to be selected. I mean, we still got 2 days, but I think it's time to rest Casemiro as well. We're going to miss it big time. We definitely are going to miss him big time if he gets injured or if something happens to him. So we have to make sure that we take care of Casemiro and Fred in this moment in time. So those two played a lot of games against Barcelona and against Newcastle in the final, and they played a game before that as well. So those two also, in my opinion, I think they should be rested. Sabitser hasn't been touched. We haven't touched Sabitser in the last game, so I think this is the game for him to start. I might have misspelled his name, but let me just take that. Okay, so Sabitser. So Sabitser would definitely would be called up on this game. I believe he's going to be called up on this game, and he's definitely going to start. Wait, let me just change his name. That's not how his name is spelled. Okay, all good now. We are good. So Sabitser is going to be picked, I think, from the start. He will start this match, and alongside him, guess who? Scott McTominay. So these two did not have a lot of games now, especially Scott McTominay hasn't played a lot of games. They are both available, and they should be selected to rest Casemiro and Fred, in my opinion. So those two should come in straight away. I don't think we can't gamble on like playing Zidane or Pellistri at this moment in time. This is a knockout game, FA Cup round, so You need experience in the team. You just can't go with the entire B team, for example. You just can't do that. So you need to make sure you still have solid players in the lineup so that you make sure that you win the match. So this is going to be like this. I think the back five is going to be here. Luke Shaw. I completely forgot about Luke Shaw. Okay, so I'm all over the place here. So Luke Shaw, before I wrap up here, I forgot to mention about Luke Shaw. I thought Luke Shaw also needs to be rested, in my opinion. And Malacia should come in that position on the left-hand side. What do you guys think? I think he's another one that played a lot of games, Luke Shaw. He's been magnificent in the final. It was his assist for that first goal for Casemiro to head that in. And so this is the back five. This is the back five. Tom Heaton, Dalot, Maguire, Lindelof, and Malacia. Okay, we're good in the back five here. And also we are good in the middle of the park as well. The front four, I think it might need a little bit of tweaking because you're going to keep Antony there. Antony missed a lot of games through injury, so I expect him to continue to play in this match. And he will be staying in that position. And Marcus Rashford, I think, needs to be rested. That is for sure. I don't think anybody could disagree with that. I think Marcus Rashford has played a lot of games. He's won us a lot of games. He scored a lot of goals. But in this match, I feel like we're going to need him at full force against Liverpool. So for that reason, I am going to bench him or rest him, if you want to call it that way. And put Sancho, put Garnacho in. So Garnacho, I think, will be starting this match. If he can't start this, I don't know when Garnacho will be starting games. I mean, he has to start this match. He has to start this match, especially the manager didn't give him an opportunity to actually play a Carabao Cup final. He's a young kid. It's probably a big thing for him to actually participate in that kind of competition, which is a final. It would have been a very good experience for Garnacho, especially even the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He could have came on and get some minutes under his belt. But like I mentioned earlier, the coach decided not to give him minutes. And he instead chose to put Harry Maguire in. But I figured this match will be his. This match is going to be his. We don't have we're not going to select Garnacho, I think. And I think we're not going to select Rashford. So I think Garnacho will start this match on the left-hand side. I want to experiment something here. And I probably figured I'm not quite sure. I'm 50-50 on this, but we could still see Bruno Fernandes starting this match. But what I want to see, is, let me see somebody. What I want to see is, Adam says, aren't you going to put the chats at the side of your screen and you normally read them? Yeah. I'll definitely read them. You can start, you just start bringing your questions in and also, what is your opinion so far on the lineup that I've talked about? So if you have a different opinion on that, do let me know in the chat. I'm looking at the chat. So do let me know in the comment sections. Okay. I mean, in the chat. Okay. So going back. Okay. So Garnacho, I think, he is definitely going to be on the left. Antony's going to be on the right. I was talking about Bruno Fernandes. This guy definitely should be rested as well. I mean, how many games Bruno Fernandes has played? How many games did he play? He played a lot of games. He has a lot of minutes under him. So I also think it might be time for him to rest Bruno Fernandes, but I reckon Erik ten Hag is not going to gamble that way, but I want to see this. I definitely want to see this. Jadon Sancho as a number 10. Erik ten Hag has mentioned this 2-3 weeks ago. And he said that Jadon Sancho can play on the left, he can play on the right, and he can also play as a number 10. So the reason why I'm putting Jadon Sancho as a number 10 is I want to give rest to Bruno. So if we had another CDM, for example, I would have played Sabitser as the number 10. But if you want to rest Bruno, either you're going to have to start Pellistri, which I think is going to be a risk, or you're just going to have to play Sancho as a number 10, just behind the striker. So that's what I think is going to happen, and play Sancho through the middle, play him as a number 10 and see what happens. If nothing happens in the first half, then bring in the big guns in the second half and get that win. That's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that. Adam says 3-0. Parker says, I think Sancho needs to start even if it's as a number 10. He needs game time. Exactly. Parker is right. Parker is right, because I do feel like he needs game time. I do feel like we need to give him minutes here. So this is an opportunity for him to get a goal or an assist, get his confidence back, similar to Rashford. Rashford is on the roll now. Imagine Rashford before the World Cup. It's like two different players we're seeing. I mean, Rashford before the World Cup, Rashford now, they are completely two different players. So Sancho has come back. We want to see a completely different Sancho. And I think he is on the right path, and I think he is on the right direction, in my opinion. Ronaldo Su 777 says, I agree, but I think Sancho should start. Yeah, exactly. We just talked about that. So Sancho as a number 10, but I think Erik ten Hag, if he doesn't want to rest Bruno Fernandes, you know what he's going to do? He's going to put Sancho here and put Bruno here and put Garnacho on the bench. This is what he's going to do, but we don't want that. We want to actually see Garnacho and Sancho get minutes and play, and also rest Bruno Fernandes. So that is the reason why we're playing Sancho as a number 10. We haven't seen it a lot, but the coach mentioned it, so I figured he might be able to do that in this game. Weghorst played a lot of games, but guess what? If Martial is not 100%, there is a press conference going on, I think, tomorrow morning. Erik ten Hag, he's going to let us know if Martial is fit or not. If Martial is fit, definitely Martial will be starting this match. But if he's not, we're going to have to go with Weghorst and really play him as a striker. So far, we've been playing him as a number 10, which is ridiculous, to be honest with you. But it's been working, though. It's been working. In some games, it hasn't worked out. In some games, it was working. But I don't think we need to play Weghorst against West Ham as a number 10. We've got more quality than that. So let him play as a number 9 and see if he can get us some goals. So I expect him to play as a number 9 in this match instead of as a number 10. So that is it, people. This is the lineup that I think should start against West Ham. Do let me know in the comment sections which one do you agree with, which one you disagree with. You think Sancho should play as a number 10 or out wide? Do you think Garnacho deserves to start or not? Do let me know in the comment section. But before I give you guys my prediction, I want to go through the head-to-head. So head-to-head is here. Let me just bring that up. Look at that, David De Gea, man. David De Gea, 181. Look at that picture. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. By the way, I'm still buzzing. I am still buzzing with the fact that we won a trophy. A lot of fans want to call us a Mickey Mouse trophy and this and that. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. The last time we won a trophy was 2017 under Jose Mourinho. And it's been 5-6 years now. I really don't care what kind of trophies we're getting in. We're just going to grab everything that comes in our way. And we're not going to mess around. We're not going to play around. So that's exactly what Erik ten Hag is doing. Taking every competition seriously. And that's how it's done. That's how you become a winner. That's how you become a winner. That's how you have a winning team. That's the only way to have a winning team. You can't underestimate trophies. Okay, we got a comment. Adam says it's a bad start because like Lost Rashford, have Lindelof, Maguire, Scott McTominay, Weghorst, lost Casemiro. Man, this is a shit start. I know, Adam. This is not my favorite team. This is not my favorite team, but this needs to happen. If you want to compete in all competition, if you want to compete in the Europa League, if you want to compete in the Premier League, and if you want to compete in the FA Cup, you need to rotate. You need to be able to use your squad. You can't just keep on starting Casemiro every single game. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. So there needs to be a rotation, and you cannot continue to select Martinez and Varane. You got Lindelof and Harry Maguire sitting. So these are the games that they need to be playing. If they don't play these games, when are they going to play? Because we don't want to risk them in the Premier League, because I think we still have a shot in the Premier League. Okay, so let me see. Parker says, as long as Maguire doesn't make any mistakes, we should keep a clean sheet and win. I agree. Even if he makes a mistake. I think the team is good enough to cover. The team is good enough to bail him out now. It's not like in the past where each mistake is deadly. And it's like a virus. I mean, each mistake these defenders and players were making last year, it was just deadly because it was costing us results. But this time around, I've seen mistakes from David De Gea. I've seen mistakes from Maguire, but team just bails you out. That's how it is. The team bails you out, and that's what you need as a team. Adam says it's too much. I know. I agree. It's too much changes. It's too much changes, but these players are professionals. I mean, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Malacia, Dalot, they played a lot of games. They did play a lot of games last season and this season as well. Maybe you could question, like I said, you could question Sancho playing as a number 10, but that's the only worry I have in this lineup. John, how's it going? Thanks for joining. We're just wrapping up. We're going to wrap up now. I'm just going to go through the head-to-head and score prediction, and that is it. We are actually wrapping up here, so stick around and you do give me your score predictions as well. And don't forget, we got over 20 people watching. Don't forget, smash a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But let's go. Okay, so I was going to bring up this. This is what we need to take a look at. So teams form. United have won 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, and we only have one draw, and that draw is not actually costly because it's the first leg. So really, you could think of it as a win. So we're coming into this game pretty hot. West Ham, they won their last game against Nottingham Forest 4-0. Lost against Tottenham. I mean, that shit Tottenham. If they lose against Tottenham, we better be able to beat them. I mean, Tottenham is a shit team, and they've beaten West Ham. They drew against Chelsea, they drew against Newcastle, and they won against Derby County. So their form is not that great. David Moyes is probably under a lot of pressure, for this match, and he's gonna be shaking when he meets Erik ten Hag. Okay, head-to-head. So the head-to-head is this. The past 4 games. So the past 4 games we played against West Ham has been a 1-goal difference. Isn't it odd? I'm sure you don't know that, or you didn't know that. We've won 2-1 against West Ham in the Prem and the EFL Cup. We actually lost against West Ham last season. Who remembers that? And we won against West Ham twice at home in the Premier League. And this is gonna be another game. So this is gonna be another game that we're playing in the FA Cup. So look, we need to stay solid, and I think we're gonna win. But I'm gonna give you my score prediction just in a second here. Some of the insights that, in case you didn't know, United haven't lost in 10 matches. We also won the previous 2 matches against West Ham, which I just showed you, and unbeaten in 19 games. That is just ridiculous now. Ridiculous. 19 games, 19 games. So which players are the top scorer in this competition? Which players are the top scorer in this competition? Casemiro is the top scorer for Man United with 2 goals. And Antonio is the top scorer for West Ham. So let me give you guys my prediction. We can wrap this thing up. So this is, let me just give you an overview. This is the starting 11 I think should play against West Ham or will play against West Ham. Tom Heaton in goal. Malacia and Dalot are the fullbacks. The 2 defenders are Lindelof and Harry Maguire. In the middle of the park, we have Sabitser and McTominay. The front 4 is Garnacho on the left, Antony on the right, Sancho just behind Weghorst as a number 10. So it's gonna be a great game. It is going to be a great game. Adam says, when is the West Ham and Man United on together? The game is on Wednesday, so it's gonna be on a couple of days. Parker says 2-1. Garnacho and Rashford off the bench. Let's go. Ronaldo Sue 777 says 3-1 Man United, Garnacho and Sancho. What's the other score? You mentioned 2, you missed a 1. Okay, so I'll give you guys my prediction. My prediction. So my prediction for the Manchester United versus West Ham game is 2-0. I think Manchester United will win this game 2-0. Both teams head into Wednesday's encounter on a high following their victories last weekend. But the momentum is with Man United. We already know it's going to be regarded as a firmly favored team because we've just won the Carabao Cup. Erik ten Hag could choose to rest a few of his regular starters, but I don't think that is going to be the problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The last 6 meetings between these 2 teams have been decided by just 1 goal, which I showed you guys earlier. This is going to be another tight affair. But I expect the Red Devils in front of our own crowd, Old Trafford, to book our place in the quarterfinals with an easy win. Let's go. Okay, so that is it, guys. That is it. Let me just read off your questions and we're going to wrap up here. Did you see Weghorst's shot yesterday? Yeah, I saw the shot. He did. He just hits it on the goalkeeper, right? He's not a pure striker. Weghorst is not a pure number 9. He's not a killer. He's not a killer up front. That's what we need. We've replaced Cristiano with this guy because I thought this guy's going to give us more than just pressing, But it looks like he's doing his job and it's working. I'm not going to hate on Weghorst. I don't like him, to be honest, but it's actually the team is winning. That's all we care. As a United fan, that's all we care about. Even though we don't like certain players, if the manager is selecting that player week in, week out, we're just going to have to trust the process and trust Erik ten Hag. And that's how I see it, guys. That's how I see it. But that is it, people. That is it. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to join us for the watch along on Wednesday. And also let us know in the comment sections. Let us know in the comment section your score prediction. So that I can remember. Leave your comment section. You leave your predictions in the comment sections. And also let me know which lineup you think is going to start this game. Do you agree with the lineup, with the starting 11 that I picked? Do let me know in the comment sections. But thanks again, all of you, for joining. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.